everyone, welcome back. Nerd Bubble Podcast. The final of our... We're filming 3 in one day and we're delirious and it's dark now. We are finishing off. Connor is taking me through the final 3 main Alien films. We've decided to leave out AVP because who the fuck has the time?
Oh god, Aliens and Predators. It sounds like too much carnage and too many kneecaps.
It does.
Too many kneecaps.
Too many kneecaps.
Too
Remember,
many
if you've
kneecaps.
seen Alien Romulus, hashtag finger my knees. Or hashtag kneecap in my fingers. We've forgotten what it was. It's been 3 weeks or 3 hours.
3 minutes.
We don't know how long it's been.
Yeah.
So last week we obviously went through Aliens and Alien Cubed, and now we'll
Alien
be
Cubed.
going through Alien Resurrection, Prometheus, and
Yeah.
Alien Covenant. And then when we reconvene, when we're both in the same room again and not on holiday, and these
Yeah.
pre-recorded 2-parter, we shall talk about... Well, Connor will probably have seen it, I won't have. Alien Romulus.
Romulus. Yes. But before we get to the Romulus, let's talk about the resurrection of Space Christ. Alien Space Christ. Alien Resurrection. 1997. Science
I don't think
fiction.
we can use that.
Oh my god. That's an alien photo right there. Yeah, alright. Space Christ. For Christ we trust. But Christ
But Christ Almighty.
Christ directed this film,
Did he?
aka
Jesus.
aka Jean-Pierre Jeunet. Probably butchered that name, but
It's a very nice French pronunciation you did there. That was really good.
French Canadian.
The French people are going to love that.
Written by Joss Whedon, which I did not know.
Oh.
Oh dearie me, that's why they're playing basketball in space.
It's worse than that used to mean, isn't it?
Yeah,
So this was what, 97?
1997 years, 5 years after 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Oh well, 1997. To go back, Batman and Robin, Steel,
Steel. Fucking hell.
Titanic.
Fucking
What the
hell.
hell was 97? Not The Matrix. That was 99. The fuck was that? That was 97.
97 was...
Well, I was getting at though. Shit year for films.
Yes.
Terrible year for films.
Everything after 1994 was pointless.
Vaguely.
Yeah. Until...
1990. Oh no,
99.
99 even.
Maybe
Yeah,
99.
99. Yeah. But nonetheless, Alien Resurrection joins that pile of god damn it, turd, disgusting space waste films. So it's genuinely one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And like, I don't really want to go back to it ever. Like it's like a 2 out of 10
you're going
already.
to have to at some point.
I will out of morbid curiosity because it has been years before even this podcast. Like, I think I even touched the Alien franchise.
Ooh,
A
touch
long,
me
long
behind
time
the
ago.
knees.
Behind the knees, yes. Before I had knees.
Long before Connor grew knees.
Before I had knees, yeah. But Alien Resurrection, the resurrection of Christ, happens 200 years after Alien 3. So Alien 3 and her Ripley shaved head were again in stasis once again. They were gone back to sleep. Go the fuck back to sleep. But this time, that Ripley is no more.
No.
She's gone. I think she dies in the intro.
She dies.
She gets burned to a crisp.
Gonna burn.
She's gonna burn.
Clone then?
Yes, the clone army. Tamura Morrison was offset, and they said, "Here you go, have another one."
Oh, it's on Camino. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on Camino. Yeah, it might as well be on Camino. And again, the Alien Queen, that plot thread left over from Alien 3 about, oh my god, I'm going to turn into an alien woman. It's just gone from her body. There's no drama this time. There's no BS. It's fine. It never happened. Who cares what David Fincher wrote in? Who cares? But the evil, shady corporation that's not Weyland-Yutani, the United States military, USM, hopes to breed aliens to study and research on the spaceship USM Auriga? Probably a mythological name from, Greek Genghis Khan,
Yeah.
probably that, but it probably means something spiritual. But USM Auriga, using human hosts abducted and delivered to them by a group of mercenaries. The aliens escape their enclosure from the USS Auriga, and Ripley and the mercenaries aboard attempt to escape and destroy the USM Auriga before it reaches Earth. But additional roles: Ron Perlman, Dan Hedaya, J.E. Freeman, Brad Dourif, and Michael Wincott. Alien Resurrection had its premiere in Paris, so maybe Jean-Pierre, whoever you are, was French, so probably why it was in Paris. I mean, just to get, if you're German, I'm sorry. Unlike I won't go into too much detail behind the scenes, but unlike movies that get praise, this one was nominated for 6 Saturn Awards, including Best Science Fiction Film, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, and Best Direction. I thought this was going to be the Razzies. I thought it was going to say worst, worst, worst.
Yeah.
Um,
Is this one genuinely? Is it
disgusting? Well,
It's disgusting. Okay.
I hated it. Well, from what I remember.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Sorry.
In terms of its place in the fandom, like how.
Oh, I think this is meant to be the bottom of the pile. I think there's no coming back from Resurrection.
Okay, which is ironic because Resurrection you're meant to come back from.
Yeah, exactly. You're meant to come back from the lows and.
Left it dead and buried.
Oh, completely. It should have been dead and buried back in 1997. Everything should have been dead in 1997. Technically, 1998 should have been the year of rebirth. That should have been the resurrection of movies and Hollywood as a whole. Because what on earth were they thinking in their 1997 calendars of, release all these bad things in the same time? Yeah. Anyway, evil clone. Ripley as a clone. They wanted to recast her, I'm guessing, but fuck it. Oh, paycheck, I'll come and do it. Oh, how do you write me back? I didn't die, but I did.
Yeah, that's a
Oh shit,
of
pregnancy.
with a lot of Alien.
Oh god,
fans.
Pregnancy, Alien, we can't have that.
That was method acting. Connor held his stomach and everything like a pregnant woman would.
Yeah. Essentially, boring characters play basketball. The only scene I remember is them playing basketball for no fucking reason. Winona Ryder. That's who else. Winona Ryder.
Johnny Depp's ex-wife herself.
And Beetlejuice alumni and what's her name? Joyce from Stranger Things going Lala and Kaka.
Yeah.
Before she was obsessed with light bulbs and talking to her dead son. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen Stranger Things.
That is a very broad fucking metric to judge Stranger Things by. But
her character, not the whole show.
I like the simplification of it.
Not the whole show, I promise. Essentially, they play basketball. Nothing happens in this movie. They play basketball. The aliens have eyes this time. They look more humane.
Humane?
Yeah, they look more humane. They lose the cool black iconic design. They kind of use like Dalek-Sec hybrids, I call it, and they become part human, and they look fucking disgusting. They're all orange and brown, and again, not anything xenomorphic at all. Oh god, Ripley 8. I'm guessing that's just the name of the Sigourney Weaver clone. Ripley 8. A surviving one begs Ripley 8 to authenticize her. She complies and incinerates the lab. 2 xenomorphs, 1 kitchen. Returns and blinds Christie, who sacrifices himself to kill the xenomorph. Someone is revealed to be an android. That's a common theme amongst all these films as well. You look at a human and all of a sudden they bleed blue blood, or whatever colour it is from the original. Evil rogue android is set the ship to collide with Earth. Ha ha ha, you're all going to die with me, and the aliens are going to impregnate and inhabit the Earth and bust all your kneecaps. But essentially, Sigourney Weaver being Sigourney Weaver, kicks ass, saves the day, kills the aliens, destroys the nest. The alien queen, having developed a uterus as a result of a genetic contamination with Ripley 8, gives birth to a xenomorph with overtly human traits. Oh my god, this is turning into fanfiction. Yeah, alright, cool. She wins. Yay. The Auriga collides with Earth, causing a large explosion. And as I look down at Earth, one of the many other characters, ask what Ripley 8 wants to do next. I don't know. I'm a stranger here myself, she replies, as the movie goes to black. So that is the infamous end to Alien Resurrection.
Is there 2 cuts of that as well?
There is. I don't know what the fuck the other cut's called. The fucking stupid edition.
The what the fuck cut?
The basketball edition. I don't know, idea. My god, that sounded really thrilling.
So is the budget going up or down at this point?
Budget, as in budget making, or how much it made?
Budget making it, as in like how much they spent making this film.
It grows the least successful. It grossed one. I reckon it went down surely. Impressive his work as a screenwriter, 20th Century Fox hired Joss Whedon to write the film script. Whedon's initial screenplay had a 3rd act on Earth with a final battle for Earth itself.
Wow.
Whedon wrote 5 versions of the final act, none of which ended up in the film. Oh, it could have sounded better. Studio initially imagined that the film would centre around a clone of the character Newt from Aliens, as Ellen Ripley died at the end of Alien 3. But then Newt died at the beginning of Alien 3, so that was a bit of a fucking conundrum if they killed Newt and then brought her back, unbeknownst to people.
Yeah.
Bring back the Ripley character task. So essentially, yeah, Ellen Ripley was a last-minute addition. They were going to do it without her, and then they had to then rewrite the whole thing to make her in it. But then Sigourney Weaver was the big and like one pushing for her return because she was unsatisfied and unfulfilled with Alien 3, which I can kind of understand.
Yeah.
Danny Boyle was the original first director of the film. Peter Jackson was also approached. Bryan Singer was approached after Usual Suspects to direct. So again, you had some big names they were considering to make. I'm just trying to find budget. There's nothing about budget. It's all about visual effects and filming and blah 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 blah. Essentially, Alien Resurrection. Maybe don't bother with it. Maybe do. If you're a fan of the NBA or you're training to play some basketball, maybe watch the infamous basketball scene. Maybe get some inspiration from that. And that will maybe fulfill you for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Maybe. I don't know. The rest of it can go fuck itself. Alien Resurrection should have been Alien Decimation. Horrible. I don't want to watch it ever again, but I probably will at some point. But that was 1997, folks. What a bad year.
If you had to give it a rating, considering you've not seen it in a while.
3. Yeah, that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I hated it. I literally hated every second of it, and I regretted it. But now, crossover with a certain Predator aside, no Arnold Schwarzenegger, no, which is a real
You are an ugly motherfucker.
And now it is time to talk about Prometheus.
Yes, the prequel 2012.
2012, yes.
Ridley Scott back in the director's chair.
He is, with kneecaps this time.
He's got his knees now. He can sit in that chair properly.
More than one kneecap. Co-written by John
I honestly...
And Damon Lindelof.
There was a second where I thought
fame.
he's going to say fucking John Cena.
No. Jesus Christ, no. You couldn't see him, though, because he's writing it, so it could have been John Cena. But, Damon Lindelof of Lost fame co-wrote the script, or wrote the plot to Prometheus. Naomi Rapace, I'm butchering her name, sorry, actress. Michael Fassbender, Guy Pearce, Idris Elba, Logan Marshall Green, Charlize Theron. Set in the
early Charlize Theron.
Early in the sense
in terms of like this is her on
big
the up
screen,
anyway,
big screen wise, sure, yes, before she shaved her head for Mad Max.
Or did she? Or was it a bald cap? Bald cap technology first introduced in Alien Cubed.
We will never know, because that doesn't get addressed at all. Set in the late 21st century, again, not particular with dates at all. Set in the late 21st century, the film centres on the crew of the spaceship Prometheus, as it follows a star map discovered among the artefacts of several ancient Earth cultures. Seeking the origins of humanity, the crew arrives on a distant world and discovers a threat that could cause the extinction of the human species. Whilst Michael Fassbender straight up plays the best android we'll probably ever see.
And a lot of people say one of the best villains in the franchise.
For damn sure. Because he's the Thanos. You get who he was, his motivations.
Mm-hmm.
You get
There's
why...
two Davids. Is that the next one?
That's the next.
Oh,
I
sorry.
think. No, don't be. I think that's the next. It could be all in Prometheus, but I might be wrong.
It's one of those things like, Michael Fassbender's in it because he was really good in First Class and he should be in more things. And then he was, and it was like,
I love this man.
I'm in a I miss Michael Fassbender stage of my life.
You are?
Yeah, because I finished my X-Men rewatch.
Oh, you gotta watch The Killer.
Fucking hell, Dark Phoenix is
something
still
else.
Shit. But I watched New Mutants for the first time
else?
and it's forgettable. But it's okay.
But fine. Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Had they not taken 16 years to release it, then I would
Exactly.
have liked it. It's weird that we started with X-Men and ended it with New Mutants, and you couldn't get further from what the original film was.
Yeah, because really, we could have, like, if we were to do the Fox timeline, you could have literally had X-Men, maybe X2, then do a New Mutants, then have another movie in between, then do X-Men 3, perhaps. But nonetheless, not relevant. Not who cares. Ridley Scott and James Cameron developed ideas for a film that would serve as a prequel to 1979's Ridley Scott's masterpiece, Alien.
So were they? Sorry, you were saying about the hiatus and stuff. So like, obviously
Yes.
they did in the early mid 2000s. They did the
AVP
movies, crossing over with Predator, which done okay-ish, but they're very sort of like they're just generic blockbuster. Sort of nothing's really happening here.
Oh look,
Did they not really know what to do with the Alien franchise? Were they kind of lost post? I feel like from
Post
3
AVP.
onward, they didn't know where they wanted the Alien franchise as it now was to go.
I want to say yes. Short answer, I want to say yes. They had games and other media sort of in between. They've had comics though. I think it was around Alien 3, which is when like comic book series were being written. So, you know, Doctor Who in its wilderness years, Aliens' wilderness years was still breathing life. They had content in between. It wasn't just, oh fuck, we haven't got nothing visually, so let's just write pointless shit. Like, it still very much had a lineage off screen, but essentially, AVP took over the ideas of Ridley Scott and James Cameron originally prequel idea. The project remained dormant until 2009, when John Cena Scott, who the fuck Scott? Oh, Ridley Scott. I was like, who the fuck's Scott? Basically, Ridley Scott put his original ideas from the vault in 2009. He was like, yes, we will make this, damn it. But essentially, John Cena, Spy Heights, wrote a script for a prequel to the events of the Alien films, but Ridley opted for a different direction to avoid repeating cues from the previous works. Respect that. Mm-hmm. In late 2010, Damien Lindelof of Lost fame joined the project to rewrite John Thingy's script, and he and Ridley developed a story that precedes the story of Alien, but is not directly connected to the original series, and that's, I think, jumping ahead, I think that's this one's biggest issue.
Yeah.
This is the most standalone approach to a franchise that you're heavily basing this on, yet you really are trying to make this not linked, yet it fucking well is.
Yeah, then it's kind of, from what I remember at the end, it's like, and we're linking it to the Alien franchise.
Oh look, Fassbender is a robot, and look, that's a xenomorph. Literally. Yeah. Although the film shares strands of Alien's DNA and takes place in the same universe, Prometheus explores its own mythology and ideas, until you see the baby xenomorph come out of Michael Fassbender's womb, or kneecap, depending on what language or what country or what dub you're watching, yeah. The film was shot using 3D cameras throughout, although almost entirely on practical sets and on location in England, Iceland, Scotland, Jordan and Spain. It was promoted with a marketing campaign that included viral activities on the web, free videos featuring the film's leading actors in character, which expanded on elements of the fictional universe, were released and met with generally positive reception and awards. So yeah, released on June the 1st, 2012. Film earned generally positive reviews, with receiving praise for the designs, production values and cast performances, but was criticised for its uneven script, I mean that's a word for it, and unresolved plot points. Fucking unresolved, yes. Yeah, essentially, a spacecraft departs a planet. A tall humanoid alien drinks a black liquid. What this liquid is, we don't know. It's just CGI.
Oil.
It's just black goo. It might as well be oil. It could be oil.
Just stop oil. It started here.
Petrol. It's diesel. Drinks a black liquid, causing its body to dissolve. Its remains crumbled into a waterfall when the alien's DNA falls apart and starts to recombine into the birth of the xenomorph. 2089, archaeologist Elizabeth Shaw and Charlie Holloway. I'm guessing Charlize Theron and... who's Charlie? Charlie, who hasn't bit my finger.
What a reference.
Logan Marshall Green. Right, so they're a couple, and they are going to save this DNA, and they discover a star map in Scotland, of all places. They essentially, oh look, let's go and visit Mr. Weyland-Yutani, Peter Weyland, and oh look, let's have a reference to the Alien films here. They plan an expedition, go, oi, we need to go back to what this franchise was. We need to go back to space! And essentially, yeah, they go for the distant moon, LV-223. Again, doesn't say how long it takes them to get there in universe, but essentially, guess what? They go for a coma, they go in status, and then voila! The film continues, they wake up... with the android David monitoring their voyage. They arrive in December 2093 after a 4-year faster than light trip. So yeah, 4 years.
Are we on Covenant?
This is Prometheus.
That's still Prometheus. Okay, no. It's just like, I'm like, where does one end and one begin? Sorry, carry on.
No, honestly. They both...
I'm trying to take it all
the
in.
same.
I'm taking on this information
I'm just doing it as a
like
random.
an android. I'm downloading the processing unit.
Yeah. Stone cylinders, a monolithic statue of a humanoid head and a decapitated corpse of a large alien.
Yay!
Thought to be an engineer. Shaw recovers his head. Who the fuck's Shaw? Yeah, oh look, there's these things on the ground. Oh, look, there's ancient dialects and anagrams over there, like hieroglyphics, there you go, like Egyptian style. Oh look, there's this lost treasure. Oh, these are definitely extinct. Ha ha ha, nothing's gonna be dodgy here. But then you see David and the black goo. He licks the black glue. He eats
Licks
the glue.
the black glue.
He eats it. He licks it, and he's like, I know what I need. Let's take this sample back to formula. And you see him basically kidnapping the black glue against his will, holding it hostage in a cup, in a vase. And essentially David and his very dodgy motivations aren't revealed until right at the end. But don't worry, folks, I'll get to the end very shortly. Shaw and Holloway have sex. Oh, lovely. A snake-like creature kills Milburn and sprays a corrosive fluid that melts Firefield's helmet. So I suppose that's kind of like a callback to Alien 1.
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. David discovers shit and engineering stasis and a holographic star map highlighting coordinates to Earth. One of them gets sick with the black glue and goo, and he turns into a goo monster thing. You rush back to Prometheus and mission director Meredith Vickers refuses to let him aboard. Oh, and then she burns him to death with a flamethrower. Jesus Christ. And then the woman that had sex is now in advanced pregnancy. She uses an automated surgery table to extract a squid-like creature from her abdomen. Jesus Christ. Shaw discovers that Wayland Vickers has been in stasis upon Prometheus. He explains that he wants to ask the engineers how not to die from old age. Essentially, the engineers are like these big and AI androids. I think David is revealed to be like the last of the engineers, and essentially it's one big trap. And oh look, haha, this black goo is now idle. Look at now what I can do with these human templates. Now I'm going to make xenomorph alien babies, and that's essentially how Prometheus ends, more or less.
Hooray!
I think.
And at that point, are we like, is there going to be more?
Is there more? Is there any point to all this? But then Ridley Scott again says, fuck yes, bitch. I've got kneecaps. I've got money. We need to make more, whether you all like it or not.
So Prometheus out of 10? 6?
Maybe a 6, from what I remember.
From what I briefly remember seeing parts of it.
It's gorgeous. It's probably most cinematically impressive one. It's gorgeous. It's insane. It is like a living painting. It's great to look at. But what the substance meant, the fact that it's not in its universe but is, and this doesn't mean this, but then you see things that kind of hint at things. It's very convoluted and very like art, messy.
Yeah.
Hence why it's not for me. The whole painting and arts and craft thing, no, not for me, thanks. Alien Covenant, on the other hand, is meant to be more of a return to form, quote unquote.
When was this one?
2017, so 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 years. Now, blimey, 7 years. Ridley Scott directing again, written by John Logan and Dante Harbour, from a story by Michael Green and Jack Peglan. No, American and British co-production. It is the sequel to Prometheus, the second entry in the Alien prequel series, because I think Ridley was going to make this prequel stuff a trilogy.
Yes.
Again, whether or not Romulus has got anything to tie into these two, I don't know, and won't know until after we reunite. After 3 episodes' time, I can answer that question. But Michael Fassbender returning, Catherine Waterstone, Billy Crudup, Danny McBride, and Damien Bakir in supporting roles. It follows the crew of a colony ship, guess what, that lands on an uncharted planet and makes a terrifying discovery that doesn't involve fucking aliens. Oh shit, it's in the title. Oh, damn it. Yeah.
It was a surprise at the time, because it wasn't like, this is definitely coming. It kind of was like, and then the trailer dropped, it was like, oh fuck, there's an alien film.
Oh look, it's an actual xenomorph. Yeah. Peter Wayland in a flashback prologue, he activates an android that looks like Michael Fassbender and calls himself David. Wayland states that one day they will search for mankind's creator together. David comments on his unlimited lifespan, because I'm an android and I'm so much better than you, as compared to Wayland's, which unsettles him. Yeah, cool. In 2104 AD, 11 years after the Prometheus expedition / movie, the colonization ship Covenant is 7 years from reaching planet Aurige 6, with 2,000 colonists in stasis and 1,140 human embryos in cold storage. The ship is monitored by Walter, aka Michael Fassbender 2.0, an advanced android model that physically resembles David. When a neutrino burst damages the ship, Walter reanimates the human crewmates to get shit done. Whilst repairing the ship, the crew picks up a transmission of a human voice from a nearby planet which appears more habitable than Aurige 6. Despite the protests of Daniels, not named Christopher Daniels, the fallen angel, Branson's widow, that this new perfect planet is too good to be true, the new captain, Christopher Oram, decides to investigate. this basically uncharted planet. They all start off the same. Oh look, there's a thing over there. Let's go have a look. Oh look, cute little creature.
Alien.
Yeah, more or less.
It's that alien from Aliens.
Yeah. Crew members are infected by a spore from fungus-like organisms. Someone's wife helps the rapidly deteriorating Ledwood back to the lander, where Ferris quarantines both inside the med bay. I think, that was the thing about this one. They, the alien gets loose. 2 people are hiding in quarantine, sort of, decleansing themselves in the med bay. The neomorph, the alien creature, the neomorph, the baby xenomorph bursts from Ledworth's back, killing him, and also kills Kareen. Ferris tries to dispatch the creature with a shotgun, but triggers an explosion, emulating herself and destroying the lander. Another neomorph bursts from Hallett's mouth. Jesus Christ, aliens coming out from the mouth? Oh my lord. David leads the crew to a temple in a city full of dead humanoids, because that's not creepy at all. Upon his and fellow Prometheus survivor Elizabeth Shaw's arrival at the planet, their ship accidentally released a pathogen that eliminated all fauna on the planet, and that Shaw perished when the ship crashed. Big exposition dump later. David says, "You know what? Fuck you. I want you to be a face hugger." A new form of creature, the Preatomorph, later erupts from a ram's chest, killing him. Oh, so he's making more alien babies. Walter finds Shaw's deceptive course used by David as material for his evolving creature designs. Yeah, so he basically gets the remains of the humans, puts them in the black goo, and does other things. And oh look, there's another alien. It basically teases all the CGI creatures that the Alien franchise is now only deciding to sort of mess around with. Again, what last member standing? Oh look, oh you're not going to kill me. Oh, you killed me. Yeah. Yeah. As Walter puts Daniels in status, she realises that he is actually David, but is unable to escape from the pod. Oh yeah, and Walter, so Michael Fassbender number 2 was actually David all along. That's the big twist. Michael Fassbender is really Michael Fassbender. Who would ever thought that? Oh my god. And then that's it. And then there's no hint of a sequel or anything. September 2015, Ridley Scott said he was planning 2 sequels to Prometheus that would lead into the first Alien film. You can fuck that sky high. Right, and then what does this all say about Romulus then, without getting into detail? Like, what does... Fede Alvarez attached to write and direct a new film that he pitched his own story to the studio that was said to be unconnected to previous films. So Alien Romulus, you can fucking watch it, do no homework and just watch it. This is Alien 1 for a lot of people. Maybe go and do that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're long past the train of let's link it all in the background.
It's set in between Alien 1 and Alien 2 in universe.
Okay.
So whether or not there's going to be any obvious callbacks or a Ridley Scott cameo, Weaver cameo or anything to make it...
Romulus is between 1 and 2?
Yeah, I've just read, yeah.
So it's not it's back to an Alien film and not part of this prequel?
It serves as a standalone interquel set between the events of Alien and Aliens. That's all we know. Again, whether or not there's going to be any obvious post-credit shit of, oh look, we're not tying it into the good old days, ha ha ha, we don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's in between the good ones, which is great. But more or less, Aliens, if I haven't...
Covenant, what would you...
I'd say maybe a 7.
7?
Like, it was okay, I thought the acting was fine. It was a return back to Alien.
It's what you wanted more from an Alien film.
Visually depressing like Alien 1, in the sense it was a lot of green. But no, I mean, it is basically Alien. When Ridley says it's an Alien prequel, to me that's an Alien prequel. But still very much its own thing, and without sort of holding your hand and making it obvious that what it's based on. But whether Romulus is going to be Covenant, but holding your hands and making it like, oh look, there she is over there, but we're not going to get there yet. Oh look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. I don't know. Maybe that's what Romulus is. If anyone has seen Alien Romulus way ahead in the future, let us know if it's going to be good. Let us know if it's going to be like a Borderlands piece of boring shit. Or, if it's Alien Resurrection, in that case, we burn it on the cross. We don't want no more. Alien no more. Because, my God, that was what? Six movies I covered in it. There's been, 8 or 9 entries and...
Well, 8 full-on entries in terms of the films, because you've got the 2 AVP movies This one's obviously coming out. Well, it's already out by the time you listen to this, so you can let us know your thoughts on Alien Romulus. Is it, as Connor hoped, more of a return to the alien form of yesteryear, or is it skewing more of the we don't really know what we're doing with the franchise and we're just
look, we need it for IP infringement and copyright stuff.
But then, like you said, they brought out Prey, and that was a very good Predator movie because it took them that long to figure out. Just drop the Predator in somewhere completely different, and it works. You don't need the returning cast of characters, and things like that. Like you can just drop the Predator anywhere. So hopefully we're getting like that with the Alien movies. They'll learn that like this is all we need to do. We need to hit these kind of beats, but we can do our own story within that. We don't need to go back and explain why all these things happened.
There will be, I think, there'll be visual callbacks. There'll be
they're always
Easter eggs and things that will be like, oh look, that's from that one. That's from that one.
Hey, remember when this happened in that Alien movie that you liked? But when it becomes too much of that, it's like I could just go back and watch Aliens.
The good stuff.
Yeah. But in terms of the franchise as a whole, how is it for you? Like, is it mixed? Is it just trying to regain the lightning in a bottle of the first two?
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Not to keep it short and sweet, but yeah, I think there's no Alien Isolation. I liked at the time. I played that game prior to watching Alien 1. I liked that game. Yeah, especially on the proper hardest difficulties. It's terrifying. It really is that sense.
Back to basics of what you want of the Alien franchise. It's you
really
versus an alien.
The magic. Yeah. There's been like Alien games since. There's like if you ever played XCOM, like tactical shooter, Colonial Marines, and there's a newer Alien Firestorm.
Yeah.
That's more like strategic military games, not as opposed to horror immersive games. Horrible games.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Aliens definitely had its heyday 30 years ago. I don't know.
Is there still room in the world for good alien films, and can they still happen, or do you think after this maybe leave it to die?
I mean, there's been however many films between 2 and Covenant. This one potentially because of Fede Alvarez going off the back of Don't Breathe 1. I don't think he did Don't Breathe 2. The Evil Dead 2013 remake, which is an underrated remake as far as remakes goes, but that was very fucking horrifying and jump scare heavy, jump scare fest, maybe a bit too much jump scares, but horror at its finest. And he did something else in between. So going off of his track record, he I believe in Fede Alvarez. I think he's generally got a decent chance of maybe encapsulating a new sense of terror, where we will be screaming. We'll hear each other screaming, as in the audience, but no one can hear us scream in space. Hopefully.
So you'll still see Romulus?
Of course, yes.
Like, reluctantly, or like because you want to just, you've seen the others?
It's my first Alien in the cinema, because I didn't see Prometheus or Covenant.
Oh.
Because Covenant was before this, so I wouldn't have done horror back then.
Was it 2017?
Yeah, it was Covenant.
Just before.
Yeah, so no, this is
the podcast
first Alien film. Yeah.
Strange.
Very strange.
Okay, well that's a good roundup. Did you enjoy that? Did you at home? I mean, I know I took in a lot. That was a lot of information. It's a lot of information to get in 30 seconds. But as someone who has only like the whole way through watched Alien and Aliens, I've seen bits and pieces of Prometheus because that was 2012. That was fucking everywhere. Yeah. Covenant, I heard bad things about. I'd seen bits and pieces of Alien Cubed on Film 4 and things like that. So
yeah,
and I think I've seen Requiem. I think in terms of the AVP
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not the best example, but it's nice to sort of. It's nice when you know something more than me, and like you can impart your wisdom.
I know 1 and 2 like everyone does, but then that's the thing. I've not seen Alien 3 onwards for prior to this.
But still done better than I would have because nothing.
Nothing. I just improvise. That's the key to success. Just improvise. Brag. Don't stop.
So remember, go and see Alien Romulus. # finger my knees.
Yeah,
if you enjoyed Alien Romulus, finger my knees. Kneecap fingers if you didn't enjoy it.
#finger Feddy if it's a good movie.
And thank you, Connor, for this. I mean, in one day we've done a lot of episodes. It's now 8 o'clock. I mean, I was asleep when you got here, and now I am very wide awake. So I will end with, last week when we recorded, but 4 episodes ago.
4 weeks ago, yes.
I said I wanted a picture of you meeting Paul McGann and handing him Colin Baker. Remember that conversation we had in the podcast? So Mike has done that. A month ago.
What has he done? Oh my!
So that is you handing Colin Baker to Paul McGann.
Wait, I said with Sylvester's wig.
You did say with Sylvester's wig, so he has delivered on the fact that you've taken Sylvester McCoy, like being regenerated into from that scene, and you've handed it to a very youthful Paul McGann, and you seem to
What
be...
have I done?
What have you done? Shall we show this to the real Paul McGann when we meet him?
No, he's gonna hate me.
Yeah, like...
What have I done?
So then I'll take
can you sign that? Print it off and get that signed.
Shall we? We'll have to print that off and get that signed. Would you mind signing this?
Yeah, sorry. It's my friend who's too afraid to be here from
Space.
From space, yeah.
Thank you, Mike, for that picture. You will listen to it like
Oh
4
my
weeks after we
God.
asked for it. But yeah, that
Wow.
did make me chuckle.
What have I done?
What have you done? Well, it's exactly what you want to do. Give, you handed over Colin Baker / Sylvester McCoy in a wig, to Paul McGann when you met him. Now we have to recreate that.
And we'll be meeting him soon.
So now we need to get the real Paul McGann and the real Colin Baker and you in a photograph.
To please stand up. Yeah.
Please stand up. But Connor, where can the good people find us?
YouTube, if you haven't somehow clicked off the video, thank you for listening to my intergalactic and space rabble, because I just feel like I was just going on for the sake of going on. I feel like I need a fucking drink of scotch, the good stuff. Social media, you guys do it better than me. I don't even try, I'll be honest. Facebook, X, Instagram, MSN, MySpace, if you've got... Maybe LinkedIn as well, if there's any, film posts on social stuff on LinkedIn. Maybe share us on LinkedIn. Maybe that's a new one. That could break the ground, maybe. TikTok goodness. I mean, not that I feel good right now, but TikTok will be on there. Thank you for listening. As Grandpa Simpson said from the Simpsons movie, 2007. Copyright Matt Groening.
Which is when an Alien vs Predator film probably come out. But,
Same year, yeah, it did.
We will see you guys next week, but for us it will be 2 weeks apart in real time. But
a month's apart. Yeah.
Let us know what you thought of Romulus. We'll speak about that at some point, and we will catch up on anything we have missed from the past, future. But anyway, see you guys next week. Hashtag finger my knees.
No one can hear you scream.
Hashtag no one can hear you.